peepsy doodlies. Long time no see. Wow, it has been an absolutely insane, just insane last couple weeks. For those of you that have not been paying attention, or haven't been checking up on me, geez, what happened to your inner creeperness? I'm just kidding. On Friday, June 13th, I got married. So I am all officially married and stuff. I'm all Mrs. now and stuff. So I'm off the market. Sorry, boys. I broke so many hearts that day. Just kidding again. Anyway, so that has freed up a lot of my time and energy and funds. Because, we had a very small, simple wedding, and it ended up being absolutely beautiful, but it wasn't as stressful as I'm sure some of the big weddings can be. I can't even imagine how people do those. But now that's all over, and so now I have other things going on, other things I'm kind of getting into. I just got back to work this week on Monday, and so tomorrow's Friday, thank God. And so there's a lot going on now that all of that's done that I really want to address in my life. And I kind of want to talk to you guys about some of these things because I'm driving myself crazy with them, and I feel like I have underlying issues. Like there's something underlying as to why these things are happening in my life, and I can't really figure out what it is. So here's a few of them, and maybe you guys can help me out. So the first one is my home. Now, I am not by any means a dirty person. I shower daily, I pick up after myself, blah, blah, blah. But my problem is my house gets cluttered very, very fast. Is it Saturday night. We were sitting here and Kevin and I were catching up on E3, the big video game conference, and, he was over there drinking a beer, and we had just put a new bookshelf together. That'll be my next thing, is books. But anyway, and so I just started cleaning. I started picking stuff up and wiping stuff down, and it was just the kitchen and the dining room area. And by Sunday afternoon, there was shit all over the counter again. Because we come home and we just plop stuff down on the counter. And there's an awesome video by Flora on Charming Pixie Flora's page. And it's called Just Do It. And it's basically, she says, when you take an entire day, and hopefully it turns into more than a day, take an entire day and look, when you go by and you see dishes in the sink, and you think to yourself, I need to do those dishes at some point today. Instead of saying, I need to do them dishes at some point today, just do them. As soon as you think of it, go and do it, because it may take a few minutes, but then it's done, and then a weight is just lifted off of you because you don't have to worry about it. If you walk by laundry and you're like, ugh, I have to do that laundry, you get that ugh feeling, and it just kind of weighs you down, because then you don't really want to be around the place where the laundry is because you have to do it. So instead, just at that exact moment, go do it. Get it started, get it done. And I really need to get into that mentality because I just have clutter. And like I said, it's not that if you walk in my house as just a person that doesn't live here, you wouldn't notice it, but I notice it. I notice it in places. It's in my witchy room. When I go through and I completely declutter my witchy room, I love being in there. Right now, no. I will go in there to feed my lizard, and I'll go in there to feed my guinea pig, and, I get them out, whatever, but I don't spend any time in there because it's a disaster. And I just look at it, and you just get that sinking feeling, and you leave, because it's just all this negative, stuck energy there, where all the freaking clutter is. It's in my room. I can look at it right now. It's on my freaking nightstand. There's just clutter and papers and shit. Kevin and I will sit here and we'll, have a couple drinks, and I don't really drink alcohol, he does, but, I know I've got snacks and whatnot, but then it sits there all night, and then I get up at 6 in the morning and go to work, and that's where the shit stays, and then the next night comes around and you think, oh, I really need to take care of that, but you don't. And so I don't really know what my deal is, because growing up, we were always taught, you know, make sure you pick up your bathroom every single day. Make sure you pick up your room every single day. You know, make sure. My mom was a neat freak. Not in a bad way. I love walking into her home because even though she says it's a mess, her house is always spotless. And I always wanted that, and I feel like I get too overwhelmed. Like, I will go through on a Saturday and I'll just like clean the shit out of the house. And then I get to a point where I'm like, I'm done, I don't want to clean anymore. And then I feel like I failed because I didn't clean everything. I may have cleaned like my bedroom, the 2 bathrooms, the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, but I still have the other room to go. And then I just stop. And then, I mean, it drives me crazy because I feel like I can't keep up on the clutter in my house. And we're not dirty people. And we really have a lot of extra time. I get out of work at 3. We don't go to bed till 11. So I have 8 hours in there that I could take literally, if I went through this weekend and just completely clean the shit out of my house. You know, and it'll take a couple weeks to literally go through closets and stuff to declutter. But if I went through like my whole house and cleaned so that I felt good and smudged, you know, if I went through and did like a smudging a week and then it took like 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes. But if I kept up on it, it'd take like 20 minutes a day to just go through and just, you know, dust this, clean it. But I don't. I just let it pile up and then I get overwhelmed. So that's my issue number 1 that I'm dealing with. Because then I feel like shit about myself all the time because my surroundings aren't inviting and clear. So I don't feel happy and where I should be, if that makes sense. So then my second issue is, okay, I've had this issue for a while, but it's getting progressively worse. I am a book fanatic, okay? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full bookshelves and then stacks of books because I need another bookshelf. Now, one thing that Kevin and I did recently when we were going through and we were on a clutter clearing kick a few months back is we went through one of the bookshelves and we started taking stuff out that we could donate to like the library. Because we're like, we don't need this, we don't need this. He had like doubles of all of his Stephen King books because he had paperback and then I got him the hard copies. So there was a bunch of stuff that we could get rid of. We haven't. It's in a pile in the fucking second bedroom. But it's there. It was a work in progress on his stuff, not my stuff. Now my stuff, this is what I do, okay? And this goes for books and video games. More so with books because they're cheaper, but I also do this with games. I have more books and more games than I could probably finish in a fucking lifetime. Like, the amount of books and video games that I have that are unplayed and unread are probably 95% of what I own in both categories. So that means I probably read 5% of what I own in books and video games and played. So why do I have so many? Well, whenever I go to a video game store, like GameStop, which I don't go there very often, it has helped now that I don't work there anymore. But if I go to Walmart or Meijer, every time I go, every time, I have to go to the video game section and see if there's sales. Every time. It doesn't matter if I'm just walking into Meijer to go and get milk. I have to go to the video game section first. And 97% of the time, I don't buy anything, but I have to go look. Every time. Now, there's a lot of times where I'm looking, and I'm looking for that thing that I need. I'll look through, you know, Xbox and PS4 and PS3 and 3DS. And recently, hold on. Okay, recently, I'm not naked, I have shorts on, calm down. We just got 2 copies of Mario Golf World Tour. Why? Because we both have 3DSs. So we're like, oh, we could lay in bed with each other, damn it, and play these. Well, we've had them for a few days now, and if you can tell, like, a lot of my games, no shit, a lot of my games are still in the shrink wrap. I'm not lying. Both of these are still in the shrink wrap. Why? Because I get this thing that I say, oh, I need that game because I really, really want to play it. Instead of thinking to myself, I have got a bajillion games that are sitting at home still in the shrink wrap that I could start, I think, oh, well, I need this game because I'm going to go home and play it right now. And I don't. Okay? Same thing with books. I'll go, oh my God, I've really wanted to start the Divergent series. So for my birthday, Kevin got me the entire box set, the hardcover box set. I loaned them out to one of my girlfriends I worked with, and she read them all because I never started them. Never started them. I have got box sets upon box sets of books, and my big Achilles heel, Pyperh. That was my blanket I hit, not my cat. Calm down. My biggest Achilles heel is I have an issue with like witchy books and spiritual type books, where I will go and I will pick out ones that interest me that I don't have and buy them. So I may have like 15 different psychic help books, like getting jump started in raising your psychic awareness and becoming psychic and connecting your intuition and blah, 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 blah. But I haven't read any of the ones I have. I've started almost all of them, like 15 pages in, and then I get like ADD, oh shiny type dealio, and I go and I start another one, and then I start another one, and then I start another one, and I finish none of them. I'd show you the stack of books that I have, but I'm embarrassed because my nightstand is a fucking disaster. But I have 8 books in a stack on my nightstand that are all witchy books that I have bought in the last couple months. Because I will buy them and go, I need to put these next to my bed so I can start them at night before I go to sleep. And then I just keep buying more and stacking them on top of them. Why? Why do I buy them? And then I never read the ones underneath. And then, and I actually did start this one because this is where I'm like, okay, fuck this. I need to start reading through these books and not buying anymore. So I did start reading this one. Fucking fantastic. But I started this one. But normally I don't start them. Normally what I do is I set them there and then I go, okay, I want to start, oh, that's an actual, okay, like this one. Okay, it's Magical Housekeeping. I bought it and I was like, oh, I'm so excited because I want to declutter my house, which is where this started, was decluttering. And then I got stuck because I started decluttering and then I never finished the book because I never finished decluttering. But I went through and it started being an awesome book. But I went through and I bought a whole bunch of other books. And then once I buy a new book, I go, okay, I totally want to read this. And then I look at my stack, not including the entire bookshelf, entire full bookshelf of witchy books that I haven't even cracked, okay? So then I go, well, I can't start this book because I have like 6 other books that are sitting there that I bought that I really wanted to read, and I really want to start this one, but I have all of those that I never started. So then I feel guilty, and I don't read any of them, because I'm like, well, I really want to read this one, but if I start this one, then I haven't started any of those ones, and so I know that I won't finish this one because I'll feel bad, and then I don't, and then it sits there. My books sit there. I probably have probably over 100, maybe 150 witchy books, like psychic this, magic this, spirits this, herbs, essential oils, Wicca, paganism, you name it. I probably have it now because I just go and fucking buy this shit. But rows upon rows of these books, and I keep buying more. Instead of going, okay, I'm gonna buy this this psychic book. You know, I'm gonna buy this book to help me unlock my, connecting with my intuition, connecting with my spirit guides, blah, 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 blah. And then I will read through it. And once I'm finished with it, if I don't feel fulfilled, I'll go buy another one. But if I feel like I'm at the, I'll know where I am when I'm done with the book, because then I can gauge where I'm at, because I finished the fucking book and I went through the exercises. But no, I don't do that. I go and buy 15 different fucking psychic help books, and then I never finish any of them. Ever. Never once have I finished one of my psychic self-help books. And I just keep buying them. Why? Why do I do that? Why do I keep purchasing books upon books upon books and video games upon video games and not opening them? And just saying, oh, well, I need this for my collection. Why? You already have 15 psychic books. They all probably say the same goddamn thing. I'm pretty sure they do. Instead of you buying, going through and reading this one and being like, okay, I know where I am right now. I know what kind of book I need next to continue my progress. Let's buy 15 beginner ones. Because one of them may have, that's my thing, is I'm like, well, this one may have a little bit different information than this one does. So I need to buy them both. Really? And then I started this yesterday. So I start this book. I'm in love with it. And, well, so far I'm in love with it. Hopefully I'm making myself finish it. So what do? Because this book is about helping you to connect to your intuition, your higher self, your spirit guides, so that you can communicate with spirits, okay? And so this is a big one for me because I have a really hard time connecting with my intuition. I feel it. I know what my gut feeling is, but I second guess myself a lot. So this book is helping quite a bit. But I went yesterday and I was on my break at work and I started looking at Amazon. And I started looking at books that were similar to this. I never bought anything because I stopped myself. But I go through and I will look at stuff that's similar to what I'm reading and go, oh, I need 2 or 3 more of these books. So that when I'm done with this one, I have other ones. So then those ones will come in the mail and I'll open them and be super excited and I'll start those and then never finish this one. I don't know what my problem is. I'm in the process of fixing, but I don't know where my issue lies. Okay? Because there's got to be some kind of inner deep issue that's causing me to hoard books and games and never touch them. It's driving me crazy. I'm not kidding you when I say I have games out there that are still in the shrink wrap for a few years now that I've never opened. I got Yoshi's Island for Christmas. My birthday. I think it came out and Kevin got it for me for my birthday. Whenever it came out, Kevin ended up getting it for me as a present. I was so fucking excited I couldn't see straight. It was shrink wrapped until our Florida trip, and I packed it, and I still haven't touched it. My plan was tonight was to take a bath, read, and then sit in bed and play Yoshi before Kevin got home, and I haven't. I don't know when I will. I don't know when I'll start those Mario Golf games. I have no idea. It drives me crazy. And now I made a 20-minute video, so for those of you that are still here and can help me, I would greatly appreciate it. Any kind of ideas whatsoever on both aspects. My hoarding issues, and I'm not really hoarding, but it's starting to get kind of bad. And my clutter issues would be awesome because I put myself out there. I feel kind of stupid, but I know you guys understand, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go and continue reading my book because it's awesome. That's what I want to do. So anyway, I love you guys. I miss seeing you, and I will keep in touch, and I'll see you guys later, and thanks in advance for any comments you may have. Bye.